Imagine there's a button. If you press it, you'll be plugged into a machine that gives you pure pleasure, happiness, satisfaction, maximum intensity, non-stop. No pain, no failure, no loneliness. Inside that machine, you'll feel like you lived an amazing life. You were loved, respected, admired. You achieved everything you ever wanted. But there's one problem. None of it is real. It's all just an illusion. Would you press the button? Picture this. One day, a mad scientist walks up to you and says, "We've built a machine. If you step inside, you'll live the life you consider perfect. You'll forget you're in a machine. You'll believe everything is real. In there, you'll never feel the pain of the real world again. Only pleasure, happiness, and a deep sense of fulfillment." Then he puts a button in front of you. Press this, and the rest of your life will be the best feeling your brain can possibly experience. You stand there between two options. Stay in this world, messy, exhausting, painful, full of failure, loneliness, and meaninglessness. Or step into a perfect dream, all joy, all satisfaction, all safety, but fake. What do you choose? The first reaction for many people is, "Well, that sounds great. Who cares if it's real or not? What matters is that I feel happy." Because most of us are quietly trained to believe that the goal of life is to feel good, the least suffering, the most pleasure. Avoid discomfort, pressure, anxiety as much as possible. If that's the only goal, then the pleasure machine sounds like heaven. No more stress about money. No more fear of being abandoned. No more anxiety about failure. No more questions about the meaning of life. Just one constant feeling: my life is amazing. Even if it's fake. So what's wrong with that, if all you care about is how you feel? Here's the interesting part. When philosophers asked this question, a lot of people said, "No, I wouldn't press it." Why? If your top priority is feeling good, you should jump into the machine immediately. But it turns out that under the surface of, "I just want to be happy," we actually want other things too. We want to know the truth, even when the truth hurts. We want our feelings to be connected to something that actually exists, not just to a program running in the background. We want to really do things, not just feel like we did. We want to be loved by real people, not by characters generated by a computer. In other words, we don't just care about how we feel. We care whether what we feel is about something real. Imagine two versions of your life. Version A. You're in the machine. You experience yourself as kind, brave, talented. You see yourself helping many people, overcoming huge challenges, living a life that looks admirable. Version B. In the real world, you try to be kind, but often fail, hurt people, get misunderstood, fall down, break, get tired. Here's the uncomfortable question. Do you want to actually be a certain kind of person? Or do you just want to feel like you are that person? More people than we'd like to admit would choose real pain over fake happiness. Now here's the darker twist. You might say, "No, I'd never press the button. I want a real life." Sounds noble. But look at your everyday reality. You drown yourself in social media, using images, videos, likes, and comments to escape your loneliness and emptiness. You disappear into games, movies, porn, to replace the void in your actual life. You build an online version of you, happier, more confident, more successful, while offline you're exhausted, anxious, and lost. What are those if not small pleasure machines? Mini illusions that help you avoid looking directly at your real life? Maybe you're not pressing the big button, but every day you're pressing hundreds of tiny ones. Open app, play, buy, watch more, just one more time. So maybe the real question isn't, would you live in an illusion? Because at some level, we all live in some illusions. The harder question is, how much illusion are you willing to accept? Are you okay lying to yourself a little, just to hurt less? Are you okay believing some nice enough stories about yourself, about others, about life, so you don't collapse? Or do you want to strip away as many layers as possible and face reality as it is, even when it's dark, chaotic, and uncomfortable? There's no easy answer. If you choose raw reality, you'll suffer more. If you choose illusion, you might feel better. But you give up part of what's true about yourself. Let's go back to the pleasure machine. Suppose you decide, I'm not pressing it. I want a real life, even if it hurts. That sounds cool, but it comes with a quiet consequence. You no longer get to complain like this. Why is life so hard? At least not in the sense of, why isn't there a way to avoid pain, effort, and failure? You turned down the shortcut. You chose the rough, uneven road. In return, you get real relationships, real failures, real moments where you hurt others, real attempts to fix your mistakes, and a version of you that is not perfect, not glamorous, but at least not fully manufactured by a machine. On the other hand, if you think, honestly, if that machine existed, I'd probably press it. That doesn't automatically make you weak or horrible. It just exposes something. Maybe for you, pleasure and safety matter more than truth. You're willing to trade the realness of your life for maximum comfort. That's not a wrong answer. It's just scary if you say it out loud. Because it means you see your current life as something you want to escape so badly that you'd accept a beautiful, scripted dream instead. The pleasure machine probably doesn't exist. But the question it raises is very real. What do you want more? To feel happy, even if it's built on an illusion? Or to live a life that's messy, tiring, sometimes extremely dark, but at least real, with all the consequences and responsibilities that come with it? In the end, maybe the issue isn't, would you press the button? It's this: in the life you're living right now, what machines are you already pressing? And how much are you willing to pay for each chance to escape reality? If tonight someone put a button in front of you, press it, and the rest of your life will be nothing but artificial pleasure and happiness. Who would you have to think about? What would you have to think about before deciding whether to press it? And if you're brutally honest, are you sure you'd say no?